Hello today. We're doing Danganronpa 2. We're just gonna jump right into it. We're doing the Chapter 4 trial. And it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a good time. Jumping right into it. My computer is turned up very loud for me, so I'm going to turn it down. There we go. That's much better. That's much better for my little brain ears. But last time we went through all the investigation stuff, and I determined that there are only a couple of people it could be. But we're gonna see how that shakes out. I'm really not sure. Do I have more skills? Oh yeah, I have Infinity Unlimited Flame. Because I completed Gundam's track, his free time love heart hope thing. No, I just noticed that an Autumn Emperor followed sometime like 9 hours ago. That's very strange. I don't know what people are doing following me apropos of nothing, but I'm not gonna say that you shouldn't do that. It's just slightly odd. All right, time for me to have forgotten how to play the trials once again, baby.
Of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
Who done it?
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened.
Wait,
and
why
that
is
person will earn the right to leave this island.
Why is Mikan just got like an X? Her X is different.
You guys are starving by now, but let's get revved up and raring to go. Whoever survives will be treated to a fancy lunch. Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu.
Oh no!
I'm not the main ingredient.
Oh no!
Today, because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me.
Is the volume good? Is it a little loud?
I'll definitely find out who the killer is.
I think it's a little.
Definitely not tempted by curry. Got it?
I've got it. Don't worry.
You seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
There, I turned it down just a little bit.
Why don't we try going over the incident? We weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
Okay.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m. I headed over to Grape Tower from Monokuma Taichi and found the body there.
Mikan very bad.
Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning?
You bet I was, buddy.
You three were together since last night!
Imbecile! I am not some woman with flexible legs.
Flexible legs.
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
Shut up.
With legs like those, I could probably do the splits real easy.
We just
You can't do the
the first
splits?
floor of Grape House. We went to the tower together.
I feel like Akane should be able to do the splits. The splits aren't that hard.
The body discovery announcement was
You just
made
have to
soon
stretch
after.
consistently.
Akane heard that and rushed over.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously. As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall.
Okay, so what? I'm looking at everyone's X's now. Obviously, what was her name? Sword Girl? She had a Peko. Peko's is like thicker because it's like a brush. I think it's supposed to be like, you know, like a kanji. Like they brush the calligraphy brushes. I think that's what that's supposed to be.
Someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
And then, what's his name? Ling I can't even remember the little chef's name, but Ling, the voice actor for Ling in Full Metal Alchemist, he has the cutlery, right? He has the fork and knife because he's a chef.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
So what's with Mikan having like a weird stamp, like offset in the corner of her? It's very weird.
Let's talk about the killer. Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
Yeah, you'd think so.
Definitely.
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes. One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
You're the cruelest one here.
Yeah, I mean, that's true,
No,
Akane.
no. Enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously. We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things.
Like, look at it.
Incident
Why is it
has
like
many
that?
questions.
Why is it like a weird cross? Oh, because of it's like a medical cross. Oh.
The incident.
I see. I am understanding. My brain molecules are flowing or something.
I can understand. The weapon. Well, the weapon is obvious, right?
I don't know.
What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You can totally tell just by looking.
I don't know, can you? Wouldn't be very much of a mystery if that were true. Oh, sorry. You can tell what the weapon is just by looking? It wouldn't be much of a mystery if that were true. The only thing at the crime scene that looked like a weapon was probably... Oh, God. Wire, oil on floor, tripped over pillar. Oh, God, there's too many things. Okay, I have to figure out how to play again. I have to press the X, no, the Y button? No, that's wrong.
Was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar.
Back, start, okay. So A is silencer, B is fast forward, Y is truth bullet, LB is select truth bullet. Okay, that's what I...
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right. It was a surprise beating. The weapon is decided.
The hammer in the tower was the weapon. Like he said, it looks like that's the case, but...
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
The wire.
That pillar, huh?
Everyone loves the wire.
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
What? No! What does that have to do with the beat the crap out of the Nekomaru? Well, he tied it to the pillar! In the think it over.
I guess we should
So,
figure out
oil
the
on the
first.
floor, ripped over
weapon was
pillar,
right there at the scene of the
new
crime.
looking hammer,
That pillar,
chain, pillar
No,
fragment.
the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
Oh wait, not the wire. Damn it. I tried to do pillar, but it wasn't right.
Damn it!
I kept reading it tripped over pillar. That's my fault. I kept reading
we
it
should
as
figure out
tripped
the
over
weapon
pillar,
first.
but it's tipped over
The
pillar.
weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
What? What? Because it's the real weapon. Because he really tipped the pillar over. Because he had the wire tied to him and the doorknob, and it was all tied together. And so he wakes up and he does the loud crash and he breaks his own face on the pillar. That's what happened.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
All right, let's look at this crap. So you have the wire. Nekomaru's body and left leg were tied with the metal wire. It was also tied into a loop because it was tied to the broken doorknob, which was tied with all... Tipped over pillar. It's clearly got the real blood on it. It looks completely clean. Maybe it's clean. Maybe it's the hammer.
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
There
No,
you
that's
go.
wrong.
You big dummy. I actually haven't watched The Wire.
That hammer was the murder weapon.
I don't know anything about The Wire. I haven't watched it.
Why not? Why can't you accept it?
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right? If the
Yeah, he's
hammer
got
was
the
used
blue
to kill
oil from
Nekomaru,
Detroit
you'd
become
expect some
human.
oil to be on it at least. But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder
I
weapon.
know, I need to watch The Wire. Everyone always tell you gotta watch The Wire. Maybe I'll do that. I'm almost done with Jujutsu Kaisen. I am on the last episode and I had to stop from watching the last episode that is out because I needed to stream. So maybe after that, maybe
Yeah,
that'll be
but
my next thing that I
Killer might have
watch.
wiped off the oil later.
Because I think that's just online somewhere.
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
What'd
Then
they
why
wipe it
bother
off
cleaning
with?
the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
Yeah, that's all. There's all kinds of wrong things with that.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
Baby gangsta.
Baby gangster? Me?
Just so you all know, I was trying to test you guys.
Shut up, Soda.
I thought maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
Seems that was a waste of time.
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
Boss baby, getting some real boss baby vibes. So right now, I think that the only two people are Sonya and Gundam, who I think could have done it, because Akane obviously didn't do it, and Game Girl didn't do it, because she still has to be around to help me figure things out. And Boss Baby didn't do it because he was trying to help me figure things out, and Soda didn't do it because he was helping, he fixed the things. So I think that precludes him from guilt. Gundam didn't help me with anything, but then again, Gundam's always sort of in the background. Same with Sonya. They don't have applicable skills, so they're always just kind of in the background, and it makes them suspicious. But everyone else, I feel like, couldn't have done it.
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
Yeah, because Fuyuhiko was the one trying to call us. He was like, "You motherfuckers." And so Fuyuhiko didn't do it.
Then
I'm just trying to narrow it down a little bit.
From a different angle. If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
The actual weapon has oil on it, but if it's something at the crime scene that had oil on it, be the broken pillar.
See? The only thing with oil on it is that broken pillar.
Then that pillar is the weapon. Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar.
But how?
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar. Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would
Muscle
be impossible
strength.
to wield it as a weapon.
Why?
Because he's too
Tried to
big.
move it, right?
Yeah, you remember that, don't you? She tried really hard. He couldn't do it. Hajime kind of half tried just to prove it to her.
That pillar was pretty freaking heavy. But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
Nekomaru.
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Coach Nekomaru's robot body. With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
So, he lifted the pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
You mean
Well.
Nekomaru killed himself?
Don't be stupid. He ain't the type to commit suicide.
Gangsters, pimps,
Even
it's
if Nekomaru
pimps.
coulda lifted
Pimps
that
don't
pillar,
commit
that's nothing to
suicide.
do with the case at all.
Like The Rock always told me.
Well, I guess you're
Pimps
right.
don't commit suicide.
Heck?
Ooh, but it does bother me a little. That word, suicide. Uh-huh. By the way, the fourth murder of the Killing School life was apparently ruled a suicide. Huh? No, that shouldn't matter. There's no way Nekomaru would commit suicide.
But that's a problem. If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Huh? For reals?
Yes.
For real?
For reals.
I see. So my gut was right after all. All right, it's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all. Sonia, here I go!
Look at her go. She's doing a good job. Wire, goodnight button, oil on four, tipped over. God, there's so many. So wire and broken doorknob and goodnight button
There's
could all
no
be.
need to lift that pillar.
Go,
It
Sonia.
was not lifted. Beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
Mm-hmm.
They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl. I'm getting hella excited.
And the killer murdered Nekomaru by tipping over that pillar? Is that really it?
There's no need to lift that pillar.
Mm-hmm.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
The fragments.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl. I'm getting hella excited.
Wire, goodnight button. Because he had fragments under him. But I don't know how to... So the thing that tells you that the pillar isn't the murder weapon is that Nekomaru had fragments under him. But I don't know how to present that
There's
in
no
this
need to lift that
case.
pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
Let's see. And pillar fragments. A lot of small pieces of stone were scattered underneath Nekomaru's body. There were no fragments on top of it. So that should prove that it's not, but I don't know how.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head
Oh
and
shoot.
bullseye.
I waited too long.
Even I could probably tip it over.
Considering the pillar's weight,
Maybe I could
probably exerted a ton of force.
bring the pillar's
Sonia,
weight
you go, girl.
to tipping it over, because that directly
getting
contradicts
hella
what she's trying to
excited.
say, at least. I don't know, I
There's
have
no
plenty
need
of
to lift that
time, so it's
pillar.
not like I need to
If
rush.
the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
Damn
They
it.
aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Damn it. I thought it would go through, but it
Even I
didn't.
could probably
It
tip
did
it
not go
over.
through.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl! I'm getting hella excited!
There's no need to lift that pillar.
This seems too early in the timeline to be doing a memory bullet.
What about tipping the pillar over?
No, I didn't think so. Cease your questioning and stay back. The killer tipped over the pillar. I'm not
There's
sure.
no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was
Maybe
not
it's pillar
lifted,
fragments?
beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
That's the problem with knowing. Okay,
No,
it
that's
is the
wrong.
pillar fragments. I thought myself into a corner here.
If Nekomaru was crushed by the pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
Even though that didn't directly contradict what she was presenting at the time, it still worked, I guess.
Huh? Fragments?
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body. If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed him, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
Mm-hmm.
I briefly considered that too, but it's probably not what happened.
I see. That was entirely my bad.
If they didn't tip it over, then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already.
I don't know.
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Why are you so certain about that?
I just have a feeling.
A feeling, huh? That's just your instincts.
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we?
Yeah, it might have to do with the weird way. We still don't understand the way that the room shifts. So they're being fragments underneath him might have something to do with the way that the room changes, which we still don't completely understand. Huh?
There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
Is that true?
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
You guys, the same as usual. You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers, so you just stand there and falter. What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh.
Nagito.
What did you say? Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
Hey, Nagito, what the hell happened to you?
Why are you such a dick?
How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
I've learned a valuable lesson.
Nagito's
Ignorance
gonna
is by far
feed.
the greatest shame.
He's just gonna start feeding.
What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill.
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
A specific item?
Of course.
Nagito is a
the
toxic
ultimate
league
weapon.
player.
Ultimate weapon?
Isn't that
Huh.
the thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
Of course I know. But I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know? We've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly. Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, and the
Oh,
ultimate
Gundam,
weapon,
I don't know why I ever
am
suspected
he who
you.
cuts the insolent catalyst which flows out from the
I'm
chaos
sorry,
with the
buddy. I didn't
sword of
mean it.
victory.
That
It's
bitch
only
Sonya
fitting
probably
that
killed
I
him.
deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
What, Chad?
You are far greater than the ultimate weapon. since you wield your 4 dark devas of destruction.
Yeah, she loves it.
I see.
I don't know why, but I'm not liking this.
Oh, I think this sucks.
Bullshit and say it clearly.
God, I don't know
What
who
is
did
the
it.
ultimate weapon?
I've been
I've been
mystified.
The
Mystified.
secret of the funhouse.
Huh? The secret of the funhouse?
You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together.
Get it
supposed
together,
to be the symbols of
motherfucker.
hope, aren't you?
Or I feed right lane.
Forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
Except for Hajime?
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the funhouse, right?
Hmm.
Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the funhouse.
I don't know enough about League to make the joke, but I know about feeding. And that's about it. You
But in
feed the
actuality,
lane when
they
you're
are both
mad.
the same building,
You just
as
go in and
both
get yourself
houses are linked
killed.
to the central tower. It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
Sequit? Did she say sequit? Did she just say sequit?
Man, not only does that make perfect
Intentional
sense,
feeding.
but
Yeah.
Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so soothing.
Faux show. I shall leave this matter to your discretion.
Sequit. Let's sequit. The two houses are connected to the tower in the middle. I thought that at first too, but I ended up finding proof that completely contradicts that. Okay. Wire, goodnight button, tipped over pillar, Fuyuhiko's account, wall clock, broken doorknob, strange feeling in the tower.
In truth,
What is strange feeling in the tower? That's the... Okay, that is the... how it got turned around. Regardless of whether you enter the tower from Grape Hall or Strawberry Hall, the placement of Nekomaru's body, the tipped over pillar, and the oil stains, and even the disassembled parts Kazuichi arranged, look exactly the same.
are actually the exact same place.
Okay, that's the thing I need to
So that's
hit,
the
probably.
secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
You're 10 light years away from arguing with Miss Sonia. Oh, wait. Light years measures distance, not time. Been thinking the two towers are the same building, but if that was the only mystery, there'd be no way Nagito would mention it here.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
Wrong.
That's wrong.
Frankly, you're wrong, okay? Honestly, it's
What's up those
pathetic.
towers? Are they really the same place?
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
No, Sonia!
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
You shut up too. You betray
Doesn't
me.
it seem strange? When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall.
Mad cause lost. You mad?
But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something. If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place, right?
It could
So
have.
then what?
Yeah.
Seriously thinks such a simple
It could have
answer is
passed as
correct
the
answer?
same place, but it's
Does
not.
that mean he's wrong?
Oops, I guess I've said too much. If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building again.
Bow down.
Oh no! She's gonna yell at me.
Then how about this? Somebody moved Nekomaru's body.
That's stupid.
We were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower,
We all went together.
but we should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
They couldn't move the pillar.
Then Monokuma did it. While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around.
Why?
Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it. Just like if there is no bread, let them eat cake.
She didn't say that. Marie Antoinette never said that. That's a lie. Marie Antoinette was a saint. And all those French rebellionists went to hell. Just like the people who killed Tsar Nicholas II. They're all Tsar Nicholas II walking into heaven be like, are you sure the Bolsheviks died? They ain't up here. Wire, oil on the floor, tipped over pillar, new leaking hammer, chain, pillar fragments, broken doorknob.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Do it one more. Oh, I don't have any more. I don't have any more cuts. Need to counter her remarks and wait for an opportunity to refute
there are
her.
many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved.
Okay, I need to wait for them
Could
to
have
be
been
at the...
rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Yeah, shut up. I did it.
Moving the
Advance.
body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear. The pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene? He could have moved it all, easy as pie.
Everything at the crime scene. There's definitely a hole in what she just said. I need to show her the evidence that contradicts that.
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear. The pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene? He could have moved it all, easy as pie.
Okay, so at least we didn't go backward. Okay, let's check out... Let's look at... So what do we have? We have the new looking hammer, the oil on the floor. Actually, let's look at the strange feeling in tower. Regardless of whether you enter the tower from Grape Hall or Strawberry Hall, the placement of Nekomaru's body, the tipped over pillar, the oil stains, and even the disassembled parts Kazuichi arranged look exactly the same. Maybe it's the oil on the floor.
Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear. The pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene?
Wait, oop, wrong
He could
button.
have moved it all, easy as pie.
Okay, we're gonna try the oil on the floor.
Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear. The pillar, the body, everything at the crime...
Ba-bam!
Those words.
Got it.
Moving the body and pillar is possible, but it would have been impossible to move the oil on the floor.
Aha! I used my brain that time. I did a good job. Praise
The position
me,
of
praise
Nekomaru's
me.
body
I
and pillar
did good.
changed. The oil surrounding his body moved too. Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible, no matter how you look at it.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up.
Maybe she didn't do... I don't know.
Sonia is awesome to watch.
So what
I have
really
no
happened?
idea who did it. I'm
Does
back
that
to
mean
not
the
having
two
any
towers
clue.
aren't the same building?
We can't be certain of that either.
Yeah, it's just
Not when the
mysterious.
experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Yeah, the e-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same building.
If they're not the same building or two different buildings, then what are they?
It's a good question. I would like to figure this out.
No idea, huh?
The mystery ties into the secret of the funhouse. But we don't have enough clues to solve that mystery. And then the only thing we can do is rely on the one person who has those clues.
Hey, Nagito. I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up. Fine. I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly. It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
Determine? Is he talking about the traitor? If so, why did Nagito say that all of a sudden? Did something happen to him?
But how do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
Perform the appropriate action in order to learn the secret. And could he be talking about the life-threatening game?
I see!
You're talking about the final dead room, right? You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it. In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete. And there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself. From that window, I saw some very strange scenery.
Strange scenery?
Instead of explaining it, it might be faster just to show you. At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
Nagito is the most unreliable narrator. As unreliable as possible. Nagito grinned creepily as he retrieved a small digital camera from his inner pocket.
See? This is it.
And as he said that, he showed us a peculiar picture.
Let me explain it to you again. I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House, from the secret room within the final dead room. But don't you think it's weird?
Yeah, it's way weird.
If the funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, for one, the shape of the building. Lots of things that shouldn't make sense in this picture?
Then let's begin. Shall I call it thinking time?
Thinking time. What doesn't make sense in this picture? Well, for one, the trees were clearly not on the first
You
floor.
said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right? If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then this is definitely strange.
Why are we so high up?
This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. The angles suggest it was taken from higher up.
And that's not a hexagon building. And they're catty corner.
Is that it?
Nagito said there's lots of things that don't make sense in this photo, which means there are other contradictions contained in it. What doesn't make sense? Well, this, because it's like catty corner to the... It's the tower, right? There's only one tower in the picture. That's what we've been thinking all along. Which means it's not unnatural at all, don't you agree? No, that's not what I'm trying to say.
Here.
Whatever, we'll do the sky. Since there's 3 things in the picture.
The funhouse is what we thought it was. Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle.
That's what I was trying to say.
Which means, if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind it.
Mm-hmm.
But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
That's right. Good call. In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
Yes.
From this point on,
basically,
now that
yes.
you finally met the same requirements as me. If you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery like this. It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too, even though he's just a normal high school student.
We'll see about that, motherfucker.
Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
The other clue? Is he talking about that one time? Yeah, where he appeared out of nowhere. Why, hello there, Hajime. Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up. You showed up? How did you even come here? Maybe I teleported.
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Grape House, right?
Thanks for the follow. Dream Uwu Cloud. Very raw username. Very cool.
I'm asking you just to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from?
Thanks for popping in, bud. I think your username is fine. I think it's perfect. I love you just the way you are, Uwu.
The top floor, right?
Such sharp eyes. So you realized it already.
Top floor. So the third floor?
But the Monokuma archive should be the only room on the 3rd floor of Grape House.
Mm-hmm,
What
but...
does it mean?
What could it mean? How could this be? Was that thing just now another hint to figuring out the mystery behind the funhouse's structure? And the reason Nagito appeared from the 3rd floor. Using the photo he took, I might be able to find the answer if I just think about it. Alright, let's do this! Alright, time for a dream drop distance. Okay, how do I jump? And Y is jump. Okay, I'm remembering. I have to like claw the controller to boost and jump at the same time. It's a very good system. Oh geez. Oh gosh. Oh man. Oh geez, Rick. Oh man. Do Strawberry House and Grape House both exist? Yeah, they exist. They're both, as in they're both real? Like, it's not like one is an illusion. Okay. I wasn't sure if that was the question it was asking. I got scared. So if they both exist, they're just floors in the same building. They're all connected. Or, I don't know exactly. Question 2. Are Strawberry House and Grape House the same building with or 2 different buildings? I think they're the same building. I think that's what we're finding out. We have to do our Socratic method dive. We got this. This one's actually not so bad. The last logic dive we did in the last case was a nightmare. How are Strawberry House and Grape House positioned with each other? Horizontally or vertically? They're on top of each other. Yeah. They're positioned vertically.
It's all coming together.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Got it. I know the secret of the funhouse.
Oh boy, I did it.
Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder?
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all.
Okay, can we just go over how this totally looks like the tower could be Grape House and this like hall could be the hall and he's taking the picture from Strawberry House? How this is very poorly like represented of what they want. Like, I understand what they're trying to communicate, but it's very odd. It's very strange. Very scary me.
There was only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House.
It was like it's like Nagito like held his arm out of the window to take the picture and not just took a picture from the window, which I guess is possible,
Which
but
means Strawberry
stupid
House and Grape House
maybe.
are in the same building but on different floors.
Same building, different floors?
Then the two houses aren't two different 3-story buildings. They're actually one 6-story building?
If you think about it like that, based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
On top of Grape House. The floors above Grape House.
I see.
Like I just said.
On top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located.
I have to take a sippy of my spicy water.
Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the 4th floor above Grape House.
Oh, snap. I never expected that the two houses were connected vertically.
But what about the shape of the building? The two houses were completely different shapes.
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided, right?
It
So they
never
could-
occurred to us that they were the same building.
Yeah.
because it was structured with two different shapes. A quadrilateral and a hexagon, overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them.
Totally fits,
And
yeah.
it worked, didn't it? Disregarding the tower, we fully believed the two houses were two separate, distinct buildings.
That was a fun little
In order
graphic.
to conceal the unique design of the funhouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
You've just been Kuma'd!
Shut up.
Don't you think a building full of so
Don't you
many
say that
surprises
we just got
totally deserves
Kuma'd.
to be called a fun house?
Then it's true? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those two houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
And what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building.
Yeah.
Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House. Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
And it's just the floor
However,
moves.
if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
The floor goes up and
Aw,
down.
you precious hammies don't know, but it's so simple.
Your
Aw,
hammies.
I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
Oh, I I see. Do whatever you like.
Definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices me.
Fucking goober. Get it together. Alright.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
And hurry up, dumbass!
Shut the fuck up.
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
I mean, theoretically. Puh.
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
Owned.
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them.
We already talked about this. A dummy of Nekomaru's body existed? Does that mean the killer prepared it in advance? Is something like that even possible?
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
And hurry up, dumbass!
Good night
One
button.
of the bodies in one of the towers
Tipped over pillar.
was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake body?
Let's try tipped over
Nekomaru died with a
pillar.
mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
Huh.
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight.
So to
So which
contradict
one was
the
a fake
dummy
body?
thing.
Shut up! Just pick
Chain
one of them.
dummy, broken doorknob dummy. Because Nekomaru did have a mechanical body. We can't contradict that. But
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
And hurry up,
the
dumbass!
wire, the goodnight button, the tipped over
One of the
pillar.
bodies in one of the towers
Let's try tipped over pillar.
was actually a dummy.
No. Let's see what they say then. Doesn't make any sense. If you got something to say, then say it. No. That didn't give me any information
I'm
at
gonna
all.
solve this mystery in a flash.
Hurry up, dumbass!
Okay, let's look again. Let's look at Grape Tower, which is inside the funhouse. Head was severely damaged and beyond repair. Remembered. Several other areas are damaged. Wire. Tied up with the metal wire. The tip of that wire was also tied into a loop. Good night button. Button on his back. Presses it and he goes to sleepy by. You'd think the oil on the floor would also be the answer to this. Tipped over pillar. Damage on the pillar was also sustained. So maybe the two people couldn't budget. Chain. Broken doorknob. Strange feeling in the tower. Everything's the same. Broken doorknob. Found under the tipped pillar. Screws were pulled out. Your house is missing. This doorknob was originally attached to that door. Let's try strange feeling in the tower.
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
that's wrong.
Like everything's the same. You're a big dummy. You're a big dummy dum dum.
Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
Yeah.
Me?
Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower,
All the same parts were
we
there.
thought the body had moved. And that's when you said,
That one wasn't too bad. Not just that. The parts that I carefully arranged when I disassembled the body all moved too.
right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
Yeah.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
No, even then he couldn't move it like that.
Miss Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke. You are joking, right?
It's alright. Kazuichi is not the killer.
No, he couldn't be.
If he
I don't
was,
think it.
He wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall.
Yeah, like I said, we can remove
It'd be
Kazuichi
much
from the
more
running.
convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
I see. That is disappointing.
Oh, damn!
Even more disappointed.
Fucking owned.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
Well, it's because
You
it
mean
moved. Yeah.
The body moved to a different floor?
You can't think of a device like that? A device that moves things to different floors in the same building?
Yeah, like some kind of elevator. A device like that? A device that transports things to different floors in the same building. I feel like I've seen that before. Alright, let's do this. Am I doing another? Okay, Hangman's Gambit. Okay, what are the controls of this again? A is catch and release, B is fast forward, X is display hide the problem, letter explosion, send a keyword. Okay. Wait, shit. I pressed the wrong button already. I didn't press Y. Elevator. I have to think about elevator in my big think dimension. Luckily, this one's easy. Come on, give me another E. Ha 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 ha! Did you see that? Did you see that epic gamer move? That was actually sick. Oh no! I'm stupid! Oh wait, oh gosh, oh dang! Oh, right, O is the thing that I'm looking for. Now I just need an R. No! Ah, pain, pain, hurt, pain. Brain pain.
I got it.
This is such a stupid question. Can you think of a device that moves to...
Must be
Whatever.
talking about an elevator.
Oh, what a brilliant freaking guy this Hajime is. What a man.
Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
Where
Elevator.
is this elevator anyway?
Dillweed.
It's the tower itself. The inside of the tower is one big elevator. Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator. So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
Now that you mention it, sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
I see. We were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
Pretty much.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator, then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower?
To trick you.
And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower.
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
It's to fool you.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right?
Yeah, but it didn't matter.
But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
When you see people and things, Make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
Thank you, Chiaki.
What did you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Why do we have to do that?
Because we're trying to figure things out.
What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
And the things that didn't change when we moved between the two towers. And that includes the body, the pillar, and the oil. We've been talking about that stuff for a while now. There shouldn't be anything strange about them. Not even the fact that they all moved with the elevator. The one thing these all have in common is that they were all on the floor.
I see.
I like how his little hair, his little ahogi does a little wiggle. He has his little hair does a little wiggle in the thing. He's thinking with his Pikmin strand. His anime ahogi.
And?
The picture on the far back door change. If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer.
To trick us?
The reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
There's something unique about the elevator? Only the floor moves?
I see.
Look at it do its little wiggle.
So that's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
Okay, I thought we were
the floor
already
moved?
assuming that, but we had to figure that out too. That's fine.
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator, only the floor was. That's why we saw different doors in each tower. Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design. And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Then, where do the different floors lead?
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
Yeah, they're there to
Just
trick
for
me.
show. Why was something like that necessary?
So we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture signified. It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted personality.
Yeah.
Did you hear that, mon ami?
What kind of person even could have designed this such a thing? Were they on a marijuana? That's so crazy. The thing that's crazy. That's so insane. Were they even on drugs?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
Caress.
Like, there's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes.
Caress.
By the
What's
way,
that?
What does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
Mm-hmm. Like you said, I could probably use these parts to repair that button, but... seriously, hold on! Even if you do repair the button, what's gonna happen to the chain on the other side of the door? Chain? The door that leads to Strawberry Hall has a chain wrapped around the doorknob. Even if you fix the button on Strawberry Hall's side, the door won't open as long as that chain is there. You don't need to worry about that at all. Huh?
The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower.
Mm-hmm.
everything was done to tamper with the evidence so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse. The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand.
Mm-hmm.
And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth. The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building. The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Seems like it.
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
It must have, right?
It would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
What a pain. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
Yeah, seethe. Cope and seethe, bro.
Are connected vertically, right?
Right.
So, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other?
I see. Now that you mention it, I completely forgot about that matter.
If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side.
Well, it rotates.
But does this reflect reality?
We tested that.
Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator. And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator. Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower. Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
What does this mean?
Yeah. I agree. What does this mean? If the two houses are connected vertically, the position of the tower should be the same in both houses. But in fact, when my back was facing the elevator in Grape House, the tower was on my right. And when my back was facing the elevator in Strawberry House, the tower was on my left. How can I break through this contradiction? Well, Nagito tested this. Okay, so we've got all this shit to look through. Let's see what they say first.
The two houses are connected vertically.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
So Gundam and Sonya have matching arguments. It sounds like it makes sense, but is that really correct?
if the two houses are connected vertically.
Okay, I think it's Kazuichi's account, right? The compass's needle spun 180 degrees. Yep, okay, that is what it is. I just had to make sure.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
Doesn't contradict vertically.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
What? But they're not in opposite directions. They're actually the same direction, but flipped. Your back is getting scorched. Shut up. I'm right.
The two houses are connected
You
vertically.
whore.
The elevator
You
should move.
filth!
Vertically, not horizontally.
They are connected vertically.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
But they're not
Which
really.
means your reasoning.
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain?
They're
and
not.
teamwork?
That's wrong. They're not in opposite directions. They're the same direction. You change directions, and the compass proves that.
If the two houses are connected vertically,
The elevator should move.
vertically, not horizontally.
Whatever, let's try it with this. Well,
that's
sure.
wrong.
Fuck you. Even though that's literally wrong.
The elevator wasn't just moving vertically.
Oh, this makes me mad. This makes me mad because it does move vertically. I'm not trying to contradict that it moves vertically. I'm trying to contradict that they're on opposite sides because they're not on opposite sides. They're on the same side. You move. Video game.
Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
Huh? Me?
I'm upset online about video game.
Right?
No. Don't
Oh,
like
that.
it.
Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start
Could
to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
you speak up,
Rotated
buddy?
180 degrees? Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses,
Ah,
it also rotated 180 degrees. It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side.
mm-hmm.
Which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
Elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement park.
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know. And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
Not at all. You're inhuman.
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with. I'm different from these lowly humans.
Shut up,
So we're done
Monokuma.
with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff.
Who killed Captain
What's
Alex?
the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomura?
Oh.
And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know.
The
I haven't heard
Octagon!
of that yet.
Oh, what?
I can't believe I have to explain that now. As long as you know what an octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
What an octagon means? It's a 8-sided shape.
I see! If I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
I didn't expect you to know that. For a substitute reserve course student, you're quite knowledgeable. I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
In the place befitting of the name Octagon. It's probably... well, this is a hexagon. This is a I guess... I don't know. Strawberry House, it's not.
Crap!
I don't understand what it's asking me. Can I move the camera? No. This is a hexagon.
Crap!
Elevator.
Crap!
I can't get to the thing. I can't get to the...
Crap!
This is insane. What the fuck are they... What? What? What is this? What's happening?
Crap!
I don't... What the... There are no octagons in this image.
Crap!
What is happening? I'm gonna kill myself. This is dumb.
Crap!
What are they... There's nothing here. There's nothing to choose. There's nothing. What is happening? There are no octagons in this image. Is it the grid on the bottom? Yeah, fuck off. Kill me. This is dumb. This is bad. Yeah, I don't care. Yada, yada, yada. Yada, yada. Choose the octagon, idiot. There's no octagon in this image, though.
This is my...
Yeah, I get it. You made a bad puzzle that doesn't make sense. I just wanted my health back. But yeah, you try everything and there's nothing there. The place befitting of the name Octagon. It's probably not in this image. It's on the other side of the thing. So you come in from the elevator, right? And it's on the other side. It's the other side of the strawberry house. I can't do anything. I just have to let the time run out and die. I'm completely lost. Where's the octagon? What does this mean? Tell me the answer to this bad puzzle. Oh, thank you, Gundam Kamaida, for following as I freak out about this bad puzzle that doesn't make sense. What does it mean? What is it? What does it mean? I'm mad. I'm really mad. I'm mad IRL. Why'd they make the game wrong? I can't select the stupid room. Yeah, I've given up. I'm giving up.
Crap!
I need to go over it. Shut up. An octagon is something with 8 sides. So what's in this image? What in this image has 8 sides? On the side. Where? I don't understand. Like I tried to be clever and I'm like, what could have 8 sides? Maybe a specific floor. No, that's too many sides. That doesn't work. If you think like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like of a cube, what side? The side of what? I can't move the camera. Yeah, I legitimately do not understand. Where is it supposed to be? Just tell me where it is, because my brain does not understand this question. Like, there's no clever, like, har, this is actually an octagon. Because there are no shapes with 8 sides in this picture. Like, the cubes have the wrong number of sides. Even if you think about, like, haha, each side of a cube, it still doesn't work out. Because there's 6 sides of a cube. A hexagon is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But I clicked on the hexagon and that doesn't work. I want to look at this. I want to see. Like, to see. Okay. Explain it to me. Explain it to my tiny mind that has clicked every object in the image. I clicked that. I clicked just everything.
You're talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. The place that I couldn't click on.
Why is that place the Octagon?
You know how the 4-sided strawberry house is on top of the 6-sided grape house?
The grape house that I clicked on.
Shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
That's basically the gist of it.
I tried to say this. Okay? I tried to say this while we were in the secret room. I said, "Oh, the strawberry house. This is the shape of the hexagon from the other house, cuz it's just the cutout outside of where the strawberry house is, because he was just going around the edge. That's not an octagon. It's not how that works. It's a hexagonal cube shape. That's not what an octagon means."
The true
And
room in the depths of the final dead room.
Clicking on that spot is not even right, because there's nothing there. Clicking on the top of the hexagon is clicking on the grape house again. I even clicked over there when I did my first go around. I'm so upset. This game sucks. This game is terrible. I hate, this is why I hate visual novels. This is why I hate visual novels, because the only difficulty they can contrive is obtuse bullshit. Clicking, it's adventure. It's adventure game difficulty. It's the rubber chicken pulley puzzle.
That's a little different.
Fuck you, video game.
I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the Octagon.
Learned?
Video games suck. Video games are bad.
Which means
I
the
quit.
killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed
Putting in my
Nekomaru.
2 weeks.
Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the scenery. And then thought of a way to kill, making use of the building structure.
God, I'm so mad.
So they killed using the building structure?
I'm mad looking at this
That's why the
image.
killer tried to keep us from learning
This is
the
an
mystery of the
upsetting
building.
image.
But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime. It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
Funhouse, yada yada. Yes. Because he tied him to the thing, and the kid, whatever. I get it. Who's the killer? Who could it be? Have a break. Like, calm the fuck down. Sorry, I needed to have my epic gamer yelling moment, my hilarious let's play yelling moment. It's just not a regular octagon. It's not an octagon. That's not how the shapes work. You can't use 2D. Blech, 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 blech. You can't use 2D nomenclature to describe 3D things. It doesn't work. Even conceptually, it doesn't work. Because when you're talking about a real 3D object, you get into the infinite number of sides problem of a real, like, physical object. So you can't just throw these words around. I guess you can if you're a hack who made a bad video game. Why, hello there! I thought of a new bad word to call Monami.
I can already tell I won't be pleased by this.
Well, then let me say it right away.
I'm already used to insults and slander. There's no way I'll get hurt by a mere word.
Monami is a serious Stu Fatley.
That's much more straightforward than I expected. Stu Fatley, huh?
That's not it. That's not it at all. Stupid, fat, and ugly. The perfect jet stream attack. Incorporating all three of these would be... ta-da! Stu Fatley.
Hello, there's a fat hidden in there?
Okay, everyone, all together now. Monami is a serious Stu Fatley.
There you go. What a great intermission. Did you like it?
Hello. I hope your day is well. I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up. My heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy. Yeehaw! But be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons. And just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently.
I save all the time. I save lots because I'm so smart.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon. Oh well, let's just press on ahead.
Anyway.
Is it really alright to accept a situation so easily?
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Mekomaru's murderer?
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
When has Nagito ever lied to us?
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
What happened to the
Nagito
cast who
literally
kept saying
never
how much
lies
they
to
didn't mind
us.
dying?
He's so trustworthy.
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I will sincerely retract that remark.
Retract?
Hey, I resemble that remark.
If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder.
Thank you, Gundam.
Sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
Gundam being very ranged
Let's
today,
just leave him alone and find
as
out who
opposed to
killed Coach Nekomaru as
deranged.
fast as we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
Akane, you were drooling waterfalls?
Don't talk about Akane's drool. Nagito, as usual, I can't tell what he's thinking. I have no idea if he's serious or not.
If the killer used the building structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
Nekomaru's cause of death, huh? He was horribly damaged, as if he was beaten senseless with a blunt object. But if he was beaten with a blunt object, it wouldn't be a kill that utilized the building structure. So what was Nekomaru's cause of death that also utilized the building structure? Either falling? It must have been falling, right?
I see!
I think he might have died from falling.
Died from falling?
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
They didn't push him off. They tied him to the
I don't know
thing.
yet.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method. Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
Well, from the top floor.
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Thank you, Akane.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Yeah, but you could tie him together with things.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
Shut up, goddamn.
Right now.
If Nekomaru died from falling, where did the killer shove Nekomaru from? If I'm gonna reach the truth behind this incident, I need to solve that mystery next. Alright. Contact elevator. Broken doorknob. There it is.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open.
Mm-hmm.
Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
I need to make it clear so that they understand that Nekomaru fell to his death. Looks like it's all up to me.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
Strange feeling in the tower.
It'd be
Good night
impossible
button.
to shove off the victim from up
Akane's
there.
account. What are Akane and Fuyuhiko's account? I don't think they have anything to do with this, but a rumbling noise at 5:30. Saw Nekomaru walking to the 1st floor at 5 a.m. Okay, neither of those things matter. Broken doorknob found under the tipped-over pillar. The screws at the base are pulled out. Scratch marks on itself. The doorknobs from the far back of Strawberry House was missing. This doorknob was originally attached to that door. So, wait, Strawberry House is on the top, but it's the far back door. Wait, okay, I need to go. Okay, so yes, so it is the top door. So Nekomaru is tied to this door, the Grape House door, which is really on the 4th floor. And then they loosened it with the thing so he would hang there. Or maybe they tied him, I don't know, they tied him so that he wouldn't move somehow or another to the doorknob, so that once the doorknob fell off under his weight, he would just fall.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside.
Fuck! No, I didn't forget about it. I'm directly contradicting what you're saying. He was tied to the broken doorknob.
Damn it!
When the
Broken
elevator is on
doorknob.
the 1st
Strange
floor,
feeling in tower.
you
Good
can't go
night
through the door on the
button.
4th floor.
Kane's account. Hiko's account.
Impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Contact elevator.
How about this?
Box alarm timer. What is that? Clock's arms. No, that doesn't have anything to do with it. It's gotta be the broken doorknob, right?
After locking Mekamaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open. Which means
I guess let's just try broken doorknob on everything.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
Once again, we're back at the rubber chicken pulley adventure game thing.
When the elevator
Where you
is
know
on
the
first
answer, but you
floor,
can't get there because of
You can't go through the door on the 4th
bad
floor.
writing.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
No, that doesn't work. Yeah, whatever. You're all morons.
When the elevator is on the 1st, you can't go through the door.
It'd be impossible.
Then, after locking Mekamaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor.
Nope. Okay, so the one piece of poignant evidence has nothing to do with anything that's happening.
Damn it!
Okay, so I have to use...
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
Contact elevator. Maybe there's something about the contact elevator? No, there's nothing.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Mekamaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
God damn it!
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open.
What? It didn't do it!
Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
He's sleepy. Oh, this is good night button. Sleepy? I guess that works.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Mekamaru
Yeah,
inside
see,
the
yeah,
elevator,
okay. Once again,
they
we've
moved the elevator from the 4th floor
we've
to
reached the point
1st
again
floor and
where
made use of the drop.
we know the answer to everything, and now we just have to get to the part where they tell us who the killer
As
is.
long as there's a moving object inside.
There we go.
That's wrong.
Sorry, I was thinking... Ugh.
That sensor should only work if something is moving.
But he wasn't moving because he knocked him out. Obviously, you morons! They didn't just put Nekomaru in there and be like, okay, Nekomaru, have fun. Like,
If
so
Nekomaru wasn't
stupid.
moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected
I need to put my brain into the mindset of these stupid idiot morons.
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
How did you all forget everything we figured out during
So
the
that's
investigation?
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it.
At least in Phoenix Wright, you understand, okay, I need to prove every single part of what's going on because none of these people were there. The judge wasn't there. No one knows what's happening. So I need to prove every single aspect of the case. But then I forget when Nekomaru tells everyone about his goodnight button and we're all there and we see the goodnight button. I forget that these are not human beings.
There would have been no drop for him to
With
fall and die.
brains.
Yes.
That's what I was about to explain before Kazuichi interrupted me.
Well, then you should have explained it, and we could have avoided this.
Now you're calling me a pest?
Way to create a drop inside the elevator while Nekomaru is still inside it. And Chiaki seems to have an idea, but what way could that be? Wire. Broken doorknob.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
No.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
No.
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious. I agree with that.
Thank you. Thank you. For being reasonable.
Scrape marks on it?
You can connect the wire and the doorknob.
Might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
Yes.
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop. If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob.
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
That's right. He was suspended in midair.
Huh?
The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while
No,
he
just
was
say the
sleeping.
same line again.
Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower. And suspended Nekomaru in midair.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
You better not finish that sentence.
The killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only
Penis.
By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy.
Oh, shut up, Kazuichi.
So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that.
What?
Why?
Why?
Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that. Then how do you get him to fall?
You loosen the bolts,
'Cause if he's
moron.
suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
Hajime's just concerned. He's like, wait, are you stupid? Like in real life? Are you dumb?
Even if they suspended Nekomaru, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off.
Hajime's like genuinely
that he
concerned
fell
for
on his
this
own.
man's mental state.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time if you want to take back that sleep mode, but in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru inside is just impossible. End of story.
Hold on, thanks to Kazuichi, I think I've figured out how the killer dropped Nekomaru. Yeah, his words are very weak. He has simp words. Oh, Soda, how far you fallen? You were my bro, and now you're just like flailing. It's very sad. If I use that evidence, I should be able to break through Kazuichi's remarks.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Wait, what?
If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time if you want to take back that sleep mode, but in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru inside is just impossible. End of story.
Wait, his own words? I can't steal his thing. Figure out how the killer dropped Nekomaru. Wait, which, not the... Wait, yes, the transcript. Okay, so... only the floor moves. Nekomaru is suspended in there. Like, how do you get him to fall? Because even if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall. Use that as evidence to be able to break through Kazuichi's remarks. Wait, how do can I steal thing?
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
No, how do I do that? No, I can't. Okay, I was confused because it sounded like they were telling me to do that. I'm like, I don't think I could steal the words in this mode.
Crap.
Okay.
Nekomaru
So what do I
fell on
have? I
his
have
own?
broken doorknob, wire,
Nekomaru should have still been in
tipped over
sleep mode,
pillar,
right?
new
If he
looking
was sleeping,
hammer,
There's no way he could do that to him.
pillar
Now's the time if you want it,
fragments,
but in that case,
blocks alarm
you still
timer.
won't be able to moving the elevator with Nekomaru is just impossible. End of story.
Blocks alarm timer, maybe? Yeah, clock's alarm timer, I think, is
What?
the...
Nekomaru fell on his own?
I just have to get it to the
Nekomaru
right.
should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping,
Okay.
there's no way he could. Now's the time. But in that case, you still won't be able to explain moving the elevator with Nekomaru is just impossible. End of story.
He did fall on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
No. Because he... Oh, wait, that's the wrong timer. Whoops, sorry.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
Radio clock? No. Because he woke him... The theory is he woke himself up, right? He woke himself up with his timer, because they set his timer to 30 minutes. And he wakes up, flails a little bit, and then falls.
Crap. What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
No.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Clock's alarm timer is something else, right? Oh, no, it is. Okay.
Now's the time.
So it
if
is
you want,
clock's
but in that
alarm
case,
timers, because he wasn't
you
still in
won't
sleep
be able to
mode.
explain moving the elevator with Nekomaru is just impossible. End of
Sorry,
story.
I'm just trying to figure out how to give it the right answer.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode.
There we go.
Through those words. What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
You know
He
this,
has an alarm
dude.
inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode.
I shouldn't have to explain
Which
this
means
to
the
you,
killer set the
man.
alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why, if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off. In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
I guess so.
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
Yeah.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
Maybe. I guess so. The killer didn't expect the doorknob to come off. The reason that even happened was because... uses full power. the fierce roar, Nekomaru put all his power into grabbing the doorknob with both hands. But, oh, he loosened it earlier. Isn't it creaking? If you break off the doorknob, we'll be stuck in here. If that's really what it was. And that's the clue Nekomaru left for us to find.
See. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said.
Now that I've given you information that you already knew.
I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig. Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so.
Oh my god.
I believe you gave your all.
Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore?
He just got...
He gets off on this.
He just got used to
thanks
it.
to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging
You
upside
can't
down.
manipulate Miss Sonia. It doesn't work that way.
That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right?
Doesn't mean Nekomaru crashed straight into the floor. The moment Nekomaru fell to the floor, the only thing I can think that happened to him was that he collided with the pillar.
I see.
When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Finally, the pillar!
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
At this point,
Yeah,
it is
you couldn't
quite
really...
difficult to find a clue that will lead
You
to
couldn't
the
really
killer.
predict something like that.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nah,
Uh-huh.
that's impossible. Because even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I.
Mm-hmm.
There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed. How
Birthed.
were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
That's what I want to know.
Another mystery I don't understand? Seriously, it's just one after another. But I can't choke up at a time like this. Just a little more, and I'll be able to reach the truth. And there should definitely be a clue to breaking through this contradiction. Okay, it's gotta be either the radio clock or the wall clock. Excuse
We
me.
headed for Grape Tower.
We do a little
Before 7
yawning.
a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
Mm-hmm.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
No, they can't do that. Okay, wait, let's look at the... Let's see exactly what the clock's alarm timer says. Recover from sleep mode. Okay. The radio clock has the stuff about it being fixed automatically. Where it's always precise and you can't mess with it. But the alarm timer doesn't say anything about that. He just says it used it to recover from sleep mode. So I can't use that to contradict her. Even though that should be correct. The alarm that caused Nekomaru's death rang at 7:30, but we discovered at 7. One possibility at a time.
We headed for Grape Tower.
Let's try this one.
Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
Yeah, but we didn't because the time... Okay, so... One by one,
we
huh?
headed for Grape Tower.
Radio clock.
Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest
Okay, I think radio clock
was set for 7:30 a.m.
can solve this then.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
No, they
that's
didn't
wrong.
do that.
No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
So they were all
If there's
tampered
no
with.
possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Humans.
Believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding?
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
Yeah. This time-related contradiction. I don't think I should doubt their testimonies. I should doubt the clock. There's no mistake that something was done, but what was it? Perhaps we've overlooked something. Maybe we're misunderstanding something. Think. If I focus and think, I should be able to find the answer to that mystery. All right, another logic dive. We have to figure out that all of the other things were tampered with. Even though we know for a fact that you can't tamper with Nekomaru's internal clock, we still need to figure that out for some reason. What did Hajime and the others misunderstand? Who the killer was, the time in the building, where the murder happened. The time in the building. Because all the clocks were wrong, actually. Yes. This is a weird case. Not sure about it. Oh, come on. I totally got there. Maybe I need to slow down. Oh, whoa, we did it. We're good. Oh, come on. This blows. Okay. Oh, we made it. We're good. It's good. Which clock was tampered with? The building's clocks. Obviously. Because you can't tamper with the radio clock. This is the whole thing. We just talked about it. Whew. Barely made it through that one. Okay, question 3. Which house had the wrong time? Both houses. Yeah, this was just answer blue every time. That's fine. I could do that. Problem solved.
It's all coming together.
Oh yeah. It's all
You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But what if all those clocks have been messed with?
What? All the clocks?
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
This is truly fantastic!
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
He's right, and that's the main problem. I need to clarify by how much the time was off after the killer messed with the clocks. And that's definitely the next mystery. I'm gonna reach the truth in one go. Okay, so clock's alarm timer, maybe?
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
Exactly.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be in our time?
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
If only I heard the sound when he fell.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been a great clue.
Or his scream.
He's not the type to let out a scream.
If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough, we would have heard
So
it too.
Akane's account about the sound.
There's no point in saying that.
That is what Akane's account is about, right? Rumbling noise. Yep.
If does not exist in this world.
Okay. By 2 hours.
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
I have to agree with Sonia about
It's
the
clearly 7:30
sound.
a.m.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be in our time?
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
If only I heard the sound when he fell.
Bam!
That.
Consent! Whoa!
That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
Rumbling?
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Yup.
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Huh?
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
I could
Yeah.
not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
But why
If we
couldn't
use
she
that
hear
rumbling
it?
sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Huh? You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Excellent work, Akane!
That rumbling sound we heard was at 5:30 a.m. It's like the answer to how much of our time was off is literally right in front of me.
I see!
By 2 hours. Obviously.
Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30, and if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30, that means our time was off by 2 hours.
2 hours? that much?
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
Think you can speak up, bud?
However, for what reason did the killer
Thank you,
alter
Gundam.
our
Thank you for
perception of
speaking up.
time?
The reason is obvious.
At least a little bit.
So they can lure out just Nekomaru.
Lure out only
If you
Nekomaru?
messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right?
Right.
From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
Besides messing with the time, the killer also used a specific thing? If they were trying to lure out only Nekomaru, then that specific thing is Monokuma Tai Chi.
I see.
Because he would know the time regardless
Killer
of
made use of the
whatever
Monokuma
else.
Tai Chi activity in the morning.
Exactly. I've said this.
We were required to go to Great Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right? But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
Think, Hajime, think!
We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
Then, when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning,
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m. And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it. At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right on schedule.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Too early. He didn't even ask you yet.
Jeez, how outrageous! I honestly didn't expect everyone to ditch Monokuma Tai Chi. But it turned out like this after all, so I guess it can't be helped.
When you said everyone, you were including us, right?
Mm-hmm.
We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Ah, jeez. That's, well, how should I put it? What was it? You know, tripping over a foot or something like that.
Putting your foot in your mouth.
About tripping over someone else's fault?
Wrong! Too bad.
Liar! I'm right!
That's not it. It's incorrect.
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery. Now that we found out how the killer
Fuck
lured
'em.
Nekomaru,
These people
the
suck.
number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar.
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
huh? What the hell do you mean?
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Are you talking about that alarm?
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Maybe.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
I remember now. The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. There was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell?
Who is it? Who's the bastard?
It's whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time, right? It was Gundam, right? I think this is what I said at the beginning. Oh no, it was not him.
Crap.
Oh, I forgot. Well, then who was it? It was Kazuichi was there. Nagito, I forget. Was Kazuichi not there? No, I've forgotten. I've completely forgotten this scene. I wish they'd have shown me this again. So there were 5 guys. Uyuhiko was there. Nagito? But Nagito didn't do it.
The one who wasn't there. It's you, right, Nagito?
That's right. Nagito wasn't there.
Okay, so that's why I forgot it, because Nagito didn't come out. But it could have been anybody.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
Please, say something!
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
Is that a wrestling move?
Even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
Huh. You couldn't?
You're definitely fucking lying.
However, that is also
Yeah, I was gonna
true
say,
for
him
me.
and Sonia
It is obvious that
couldn't
I did
hear
not
anything.
Hear the alarm in Strawberry House. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it.
Which means that...
To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me too.
Oh, so it is Gundam.
I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it.
Nah, cause the expensive
It wasn't that.
rooms.
I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
You still don't know. Think about what the 3 of us who didn't hear a sound have in common, and I'm sure you'll figure it out.
They were all in the luxury rooms, yeah. And so that's why it is Gundam. Because... the secret that points to the killer. Whatever they call the luxury rooms? Luxury. Oh god. D? Oh. Deluxe. That's what the word is. I'm trying to figure this out. It's deluxe. It's like expensive, luxury. Oh shit. Down R. Oh fuck. Ooh. Look at all these R's. They're going nuts. Yes, yes. Got it.
Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The three of you were staying in deluxe rooms, right? If I recall, the deluxe rooms are
divided up by quality grade. Deluxe room is soundproof and is good at installation. Dinner rooms are fine, but it's okay. And crummy rooms suck.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise.
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation. You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student talent?
I am the ultimate reserve corps student. That's
right?
me.
The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Hold on a sec. Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Well, because Gundam was in the thing, but he heard it.
That fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
Decisive factor?
Somehow, I feel like I understand what Nagito means. The killer... The killer who murdered Nekomaru. That's what I was trying to say earlier. It's Gundam, right?
You're the only one!
Yeah, I knew it.
Gundam. There's something I want to ask you.
I knew I was suspicious of him. Because he came out with the rest of them.
When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
What's wrong with that? If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
He just cared about his babies too much.
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right? Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Excuse me.
Now that you mention it...
Gundam?
There is only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time.
Yeah, Gundam does not respect robot. He respects little babies.
You still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Ugh. He wanted to give himself an alibi.
You have some sort of explanation, right?
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko.
Me?
After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct? Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Uh-huh.
Even though Nekomaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with the wire.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off.
Mm-hmm.
And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room.
Just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi.
Because I was in the lounge.
So the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
Louder than blah 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 blah. Stop making all the noise.
But why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
Yeah, but he needed a
Gundam
cover.
tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he
It's
would have
already
been
too
found
late.
out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but... How ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
Answer me this, including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction. How many ears do we possess?
Huh?
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears. That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
Look at him!
Is that your argument?
Are you seriously saying that?
Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Do not panic. The truth shall now commence. At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway.
Haha. See, that's what
So,
I'm saying.
Why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
Hold on a sec.
Well, yeah, maybe chill out.
Hajime, this
What,
class
Nagito?
trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Perhaps I should say it's just a farce. Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers. Seriously. Let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it? At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened? Did you discover something?
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
You said opening act again!
Please hold on! We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal!
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Since the beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
I see. The contact elevator was broken.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator. Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House. For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
What's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, you wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
But you can.
However, I was already
secrets.
at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing. Which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
Man.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
That's wrong. When something is obviously wrong, that's when a contradiction is born. There's no such thing as a contradiction that can't be overcome. Where's Nagito's sudden appearance? It's not here. Fuck. Well, shit.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
There
No.
was a secret passageway.
Secret password? Give me
How much
that.
longer do
No.
you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
I needed that one. I needed that it was too fast. It got away. No contradiction I can't shoot through. I'm gonna find out what that is for the sake of everyone's hope. Blah 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 blah.
Elevator was the only means of travel, but as long as that your assumption
Plus, the elevator broken at Grape House.
if the killer cannot
Since I was at Strawberry
Okay, so
House
what
at
I
that
need-
time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
There we go.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
Secret passageway. I thought I was gonna use Nagito's sudden appearance, even though I could use that.
elevator was the only means of travel between the two.
Fuck off,
that's
Gundam.
wrong. No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Poor guy. He had to take care of his babies. I
It does not
understand.
exist.
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
Nagito. You have something to tell us, Broham? What's up?
You're the only one! Nagito, you should know.
What are you talking about?
Shut up,
Playtime.
Nagito, you
appeared
big
so suddenly that
dummy.
one time because you used
Stop
that
being
method,
mean
right?
to me. We were bros. No, it's Nagito here. Because he showed up.
There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show up.
Yeah, no
But you're
shit.
right. There's a door on the floor of the octagon.
Because I'm the only
which is on the
competent
first
one
floor of
here.
Strawberry House.
Stop calling it an octagon. That doesn't even work. It's all one
After I
building.
opened the door and went down. Surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Meaning the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame! However, what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
No.
There's no way they didn't know.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion.
Monokuma like talked about it.
If you value your life, You should stop with your scrutiny.
There's no way I can
Gundam,
stop.
big doofus.
Did you say? Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Shut up. Alright, what do you think? Pillar fragments, the clock's on time, broken doorknob. I don't even know. I don't even know what I could possibly
Even
use
if
here.
the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
That was confusing. His argument is exhausting. Just listening to it makes me tired. Okay.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes.
Okay.
Provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Ugh. It is exhausting to listen
Even if the
to.
turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes.
Okay.
Provided you use a spacious wormhole.
I'm getting
However,
it.
how frail I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Okay, we did it.
I
And
already
it was-
proved the secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon.
Oh, thank you for the follow, Tender Woolly.
If you don't want to
Woofy,
drown in the
hi.
madness, pray to the
Oh,
key which
whoops.
dwells in the light.
I was looking over, and now I'm gonna get blowed back. He probably means try providing the evidence that the killer went to the Octagon, right? If that's the case, I should have it too. The key which dwells in the light, that will break through the
Know
darkness.
the limits of your own reasoning.
Okay.
You say the killer went to the Octagon.
Uh-huh.
Bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion, at least
Ugh.
pray to the key which dwells in the light.
Evidence that the killer went to... This is confusing. Thanks for the follow, Tender
Know the
Woofy.
limits of your own reasoning.
Okay, so what do I have? I have the wire, the goodnight button,
You say the killer went to the Octagon.
the tipped over
Don't
pillar,
bark, you cur! If
the
you don't
pillar
want to drown in the
fragments,
maelstrom of blind confusion,
clock's
at
alarm
least pray to
timer,
the key which dwells
and
in
the
light.
radio clock, the broken doorknob. That's what it is. It's the broken doorknob. I think?
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion.
No. Ugh. Yeah. This isn't it.
Know the limits of your own
Broken
reasoning.
doorknob, wire.
You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur!
It's the
You don't want
wire.
to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion. At least pray to the key which dwells in the light.
Because we didn't have... There was no wire in the...
Know the limits of your own reasoning.
There was no wire in the
You
houses.
say the killer went to the Octagon.
So it would have to
Don't
be
bark, you cur!
the wire.
If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion.
There we go.
Through those words.
Aha! I just had to think about it with my brain.
The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body. The hammer that looked like the weapon. And the chain on the door in the tower.
Yeah, I was gonna say they also the chain and the hammer, but
Those are all the items that
I didn't
weren't in
have
the file.
those.
Where did the killer obtain them?
The only place I can think of is the Octagon.
Stop calling it that! It's not an octagon!
There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the Octagon.
They're mocking me. They're mocking me on purpose.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
Mm-hmm.
It seems this is the end. Normally, we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case.
Yeah, we would.
But there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act, so I'm going to end this right now.
Oh, is Nagito gonna do the summary?
What are you...
He's taking over.
By messing with all the clocks...
Oh no!
Gundam tried to lure only
Nagito!
Nekomaru. The elevator was probably broken by that point.
He's taking my job!
Nekomaru wasn't able to go to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point.
Nagito, you big bastard!
Tower, just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken.
He really is the main character. He took our germs!
We didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also,
Taking our
the button in
germs!
Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties. But even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
And without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay?
Thank you, Nagito.
Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower. There's no way he could fight head-on with the
That's
robotic
my music!
So by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
You big jerk.
You, what did you just say? That I didn't battle?
What's wrong with that?
Oh, he's offended now.
Mess with me! Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all! Ha! You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
What don't I understand, Gundam? Tell me!
What does that mean?
I love you!
It appears I cannot finish just yet. Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet. I cannot finish!
What do you intend to do?
It's obvious! I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions!
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
Yeah, it's not.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
He'd have to use his little babies.
Just as I thought, truly frail. Succumbing so easily to this simple argument, it was just a mere illusion.
Gundam, we know you have good
If you want to
babies.
set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human. You have not fulfilled either of those yet.
I guess you really don't want to admit it. Then, just as you requested, I will provide an argument that'll leave you no choice but to be persuaded. Let's go. We've got this. I just have to remember how to do panic talk first. Okay, I hold A to lock on, and B is final strike. X is reload. Or final strike is like you choose the direction of things. But X is okay, I had to remember if X was reload or not, or what was reload.
For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! Show me the cadaver!
Okay, I'm getting it.
I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as
I'm gonna press the button. I don't want to actually. I don't actually want to play the video game.
Crushed as David prophesied! For the Tanaka Empire! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! It's Nekomaru's back. Do you really think I can get behind him so easily?
I did it wrong way. I thought it was gonna be for Dark Davis. Of like, I thought it was gonna be like of destruction, but that was wrong. V for Dark Davis.
This is the end.
I told you it was the babies. It was baby power.
Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, you should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck. As long as you have the power of the hamsters you keep with you.
The hamsters.
Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
He did shit like this before.
It would have been possible for a normal hamster, but it would have been possible for Gundams.
Because they're based.
In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
Yeah, they do all this cool shit.
Emissary of evil, in accordance with our ancient contract, the time has come to lend me your aid. Pierce through, Supernova Silver Fox, Sad D!
Look at it go! Way to go, Sad D! It pressed the button?
Truly, this is the Skyline Lamentation art of the Demon Mouse. Soon, the door of destiny shall open.
Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton.
Yeah. That also happened.
Hey, with your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Mekamaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
How
about it? Gundam?
Hamster power! For murder!
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are. I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you say you admit it?
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell.
Hell.
Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere. Now, trample this life. Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road. Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own two hands.
I mean, okay. Okay, now I've got to do it myself. I've actually got to do the thing. Okay. He doesn't get to steal it from me. Nagito, you big jerk. Who set the lounge clock's alarm? Yeah, he was trying to do. Nah, I'm too good. Okay, who is in the lounge since early morning? This is breaking the thing. What time did Fuyuhiko see Nekomaru? No. Look at him throwing the hamsters! Nekomaru's weakness is the button thing. The wire wrapped around Nekomaru's feet. No, we don't have anything for that. Who destroyed what after leaving the tower? This. Granddad. The fake weapon, yes. Who gathered at the lounge? Why did Nekomaru fall? Yes, yes. It's all coming together. Who gathered at the lounge? All of them. Alarm set thing. Alarm set thing. It's dangling in midair. Wrap the wire around. Maybe we can get the wire. Okay, no. That doesn't count. Okay. No, that's wrong. Okay. I wasn't sure if it was gonna cut back to something. Okay. So we have to go all the way back here to the clock stuff. Who set the lounge's clock alarm? Is it this one? Okay, yeah. And then who was in the lounge since early morning? What time did Fuyuhiko see Nekomaru? Yes! Yes! Okay, we've got this. The hamster! Hamster power! Look at it go. Okay, this is something, yeah, this is right there. Who's in the lounge since early morning? Fuyuhiko. Last stock. Okay, what do we have left? I don't know why there's just a random blue space there. It's kind of unsettling. The wire wrapped around Nekomaru's feet was hung from the loop on the doorknob. And then who heard the rumbling noise? Everybody except the people in the rooms.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
In the deluxe rooms. Okay, it's the Act 1 panel.
The killer prepared before they committed the crime. First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House. Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours. Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m. After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand. They obtained these tools from the OCTAGON, which you can enter once you clear the final dead room.
Yeah, it's all stuff we know.
This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else.
Look at him go.
That secret being, Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building. On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Grape Tower for a specific reason.
I like that he walks like a robot in this for no reason.
Witness Nekomaru. According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time.
Mm-hmm.
In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Taichi begins. Nekomaru went to Grape Tower to participate in that.
Because he's strong. Him never give up.
However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Grape Tower. So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there.
Destruction? Yeah.
With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the back of
Despacito. Boink.
This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon. First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob. After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall.
I just like vibing to this music, honestly.
Strawberry Tower. And to keep us from discovering the secret of the building structure that they used to kill Nekomaru. Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending. And Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful. And placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall.
But it wasn't true.
With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage. So they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko,
Look at
who saw
that
Nekomaru
face!
earlier, was still at the lounge.
Oh,
As a
jeez.
result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well, actually 7:30. To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up. He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully. Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob.
But it didn't. He
But
broke
because it was
it.
a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking.
He was too strong.
Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died. The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse. However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge. That someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
Look at him. He's so smug. Oh, Gundam.
Splendid. That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Stop. Stop it already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth. Or I'll friggin' kill you myself!
I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe.
Sorry, Sonia, you're a white woman. You just like serial killers. I'm sorry.
Something like that.
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka! My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
Gundam, you weirdo. I assume that he did it because he had to save his babies. That's the only thing that I can imagine. He was like, I'm not letting my little dudes die. That's fucked up. If I don't feed them, they're just gonna explode. They're just gonna pass out and die. They're just little boys. They're just little babies. But he said that they could eat the grass.
Isn't all that exciting.
But I don't know.
Now then, please pull the lever in front of
I
you
feel
and
like it must have
cast
something
your
to
vote.
do with the
Who will be
babies.
chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Like, cause Gundam's
Please
crazy.
pull the lever. Crap! I bit my tongue at the most important part. I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm just biased because I like Gundam and I think he's fun. But I feel like he must have a good reason. Because, I mean, he tried to kill Nekomaru specifically. He was like, oh, that's a big robot guy. I don't care about him. I do care about my babies. But I don't know, I guess we'll see.
It'd be bad if I bit my tongue again, so I'll speak slowly. Judging from the results, you guys were correct once again. Getting 4 in a row without any mistakes is a splendid achievement. That's right, the one who killed the robotic Nekomaru in the amazing funhouse was Gundam Tanaka!
Nice!
Yay! I said all that without biting my tongue.
Now then.
Now that we've decided who the killer is, let's do the execution already and get this over with. Hold on. It's true the class trial is finished, but that doesn't mean the incident is over. We can't finish yet until we hear it from Gundam.
Jeez.
No matter what he says, it won't change a thing. Well, I have no right to stop you either, so do whatever you like.
Fall, my tears.
Why do you want to talk to one who has lost? The loser merely leaves. It would just be unnecessary for me to say something.
Listen well.
Is what I would like to say, but for honor's sake I shall correct one thing.
Correct?
How pitiful.
You guys said I made Nekomaru powerless without fighting him. That, however, is a great mistake.
Huh?
Fine.
Nekomaru did fight. That is no mistake. And because he fought, he lost and died.
Damn it!
Lost and died?
This too.
If he was
must
just
be the
trying to
will
cling
of
to life,
causality.
there are many ways he could have done so. However, he did not allow that.
You.
What do you mean? Explain!
Fine then. I shall reveal it all.
Let's make history.
Within the final dead room, I discovered the secret of the funhouse. And I devised a killing plan, utilizing that secret. By tampering with all the clocks in the building, I succeeded in luring Nekomaru to the tower. And this is what happened. Nekomaru and I were alone in the tower, standing face to face with one another. I should say I expected as much from Nekomaru. He sensed my subtle killing intent and instantly understood the situation. And we had ourselves a stare down. In that situation, if he wanted to run away, it would have been easy for him to do so. He could have run away, or even called for help. But he did not turn his back to me. Instead, he chose a fight that risked life and death.
That is...
A fight that risked life and death?
Let me tell you.
He was serious, too. He gave it his all to try to kill me. If I had died instead, the mystery surrounding the case would have been even more complicated. You would never know why I, the victim, went to the tower by myself.
I can see it!
Nobody would know that the victim, me, was actually the one who planned the whole thing.
Could it be?
Mekamaru really did that?
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru.
The scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I'd nearly forgotten this. This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
That's a great line.
And what is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka. Heroes, Lords of Darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me. I need not cling to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid! In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might. I won't go easy on you. Don't even think about holding back. Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics. Give me everything you got.
Nekomaru need I. Your blood will drench the foundation of my empire.
That is...
Why? Why did you fight? We were all friends. Why couldn't you stop this? Even if both sides agreed, it was still wrong.
I will not argue. I have no intention of forcing my values upon you.
Let me tell you this.
However, I must say this. What's the point of living if you're just waiting until you finally die?
You weakling!
There's nothing courageous about that. That is abandonment, a mere feeling of resignation.
Wait, are you telling us to just wait until we starve to death? I'd rather have that happen to us.
I'd rather have that happen to us than have our friends kill each other. Huh? Do you mean that you'd rather die?
Fall, my
Ever since we were locked inside that building, everyone had been dominated by that feeling of abandonment. However, nothing is born from resignation. That is simply a reason to give up.
You flinch,
Giving up on life. That's just an insult to life itself.
Let me ask.
Have you fools heard of the term dog eat dog?
Cannibalism?
Fine.
In zoology, cannibalism is a commonly observed phenomenon. Many creatures at some point in their lifespan engage in cannibalism.
Listen well.
That is what it means to live. If you say killing for the sake of living is evil, then what would you call giving up on life itself?
I shall engulf
If a world would consider that justice, then I will fight that world with every last fiber of my being. Giving up on life and choosing death is nothing but a blasphemy towards life.
I renounce you.
It is a violation of the natural order. It is the arrogance of humanity.
You.
Are you saying all that to try and justify what you did? But it sounds like Nekomaru felt the same too. That's why they fought, right?
Damn it.
Fine.
That man had the courage to die when he needed to die. That is why he challenged me to our battle. Regardless, as I've already said, I do not intend to force my values upon you fools. I have betrayed you all. That is the absolute truth.
Fall, my tears.
But, even so, don't you think it's a better alternative to slowly starving to death here?
Oh,
That belief is why you committed your crime.
you...
Hey, what about the final dead room? Did you do the Russian roulette too?
Let's make history.
Unlike Nagito, I only did it once. But, compared to my battle with Nekomaru, that was mere child's play.
Well,
Excuse me. You know, after listening to you talk for a while, I'm starting to think that, well, it's also because you unexpectedly admitted your crime without much resistance. Gundam, don't tell me you didn't sacrifice yourself for our sake, did you?
I can't believe you would ask such a foolish question.
My name is Gundam Tanaka.
Just who do you think I am? I am Gundam Tanaka, history's greatest monster. My cursed existence is feared by all mankind. There's no way I'd sacrifice myself for the sake of you fools.
Fade like dust in the wind.
Not in a million, not in a billion, not in 10,000 billion years. In the name of pandemonium, it is impossible.
Is that it? Then I'll just leave it at that.
Now then, let us be rid of this foolish talk. It's about time the fun started. Monokuma, let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Yay! Got it! I have prepared a special punishment for the ultimate breeder, Gundam Tanaka!
Please wait!
Please wait. This is just too much.
I beg of you.
Please, Monokuma. Please help Gundam.
Huh?
Miss Sonia.
I beg of you.
Please, I beg of you.
How pitiful.
Sonia, an act as unrefined as stopping a man from going to his death does not befit a noble such as yourself.
Gundam.
It's fine to start for reals, right?
Fine.
Yes, I do not mind. However,
What is it, my four dark devas of destruction? Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared four dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all. However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor. I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness.
This
That
world is
why,
not my home.
until the very end. Pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously! That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end! Open sesame pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Way to go, Gundam. What a hero. What a guy. I feel like Nekomaru would have also done the same thing. They were both ready to sacrifice themselves for everybody else. Way to go, guys. Yeah, it's animals. It's a stampede.
Gundam Tanaka Stampede.
Big surprise. Yeah, they gotta go. What is this? Aww, the babies. Oh my god! He died in Nocturne. It's the Nocturne death screen. Aww. That's weird. These executions are weird. I don't know how to feel about them. They give me a suspicious vibe. I don't know that that means anything, but we have weird executions. Like we had the one... The rules are all messed up. I'm gonna talk about this for a second. The rules are all messed up because we have... What was the first one? The first one was... What's his face? Like in the first game, the bodies were just completely disposed of. No bodies, no leftovers, no nothing. They were completely gone. But in this, you have the first execution. The whatever his name was, I can't remember. But the cooking guy, he gets left over as a tempura like fried thing. Like he went in the volcano, even though we know that's not how volcanoes work. Volcano lava it's still rock, it's still solid. You don't go into, it's not like a liquid, like you go into it. It's still as dense as real rock. Anyway, leftovers, right? What was the second one? I forget. Or no, sorry. Oh yeah, that is right. Who was the second? The third one was, yeah, oh yeah, the second one was Pecco. And Pecco, other people got involved in it, and that was weird. Like, we didn't just go to the execution dimension where logic doesn't exist. Like, people were there, and Fuyuhiko got messed up too. That was weird. The third one, Mikan, I can't even remember what happened to Mikan. She got blasted off into space. And so that's sort of like, oh yeah, that was a more traditional one. But now we have, we have Gundam, who like doesn't really die from the execution. He like gets carried off to heaven? What is, I don't know. Maybe it's just, maybe I'm just overthinking things, but I do think it's strange. I think it's very strange that the executions are, there's just something wrong with them. I don't know. Like I said, maybe I'm overthinking it, but I'm thinking about it. No, no! Even after Gundam is gone, the spirit of his parting words still lingered deep in our chests. Don't give up on life. Did I misunderstand what he meant? Then what's the right thing to do? I don't know. No matter how much I think about it, I don't know if I'll ever be able to answer that.
Damn it.
I'm so pissed off. I need to throw something.
Damn it!
You all spent too much time worrying about each other, and thanks to that, things ended up like this. You're all full of shit. Every last one of you. But the biggest piece of shit is me.
Worst.
Damn it. Why am I so weak?
Oh.
It's such a downer, clearly. But still, even though we feel this way, we still gotta do our very best.
You are right.
This time around, we must move forward. We must continue to live and believe in our friends. If not,
You are right.
Gundam will most likely crawl his way out of hell, and I presume he will be very cross with us. You're right. You're right. We shouldn't just stand here. I mean, it's not like this is over. We still have to do it. We still have to finish this. For the sake of our friends who have died. We need to finish this once and for all. So, don't just stand there. Stand up and walk. Move forward. Live. If you don't, Everyone who fought and died will have died in vain. We can't allow that.
Hey!
So, how long are you guys gonna stand around chattering? The class trial is over, so it's okay for you to hurry back over to Jabberwock Island. However, the killing school trip will proceed as usual, so make sure you know that.
Wait!
Hold on. How much longer are you going to keep doing this?
Seriously, how long is he gonna keep doing this? How long is this going to continue?
Now then.
All right, after feeling down for so long, I finally feel refreshed. Let's hurry back and eat some food.
Hey!
Hold on a sec. That mood shift is too damn fast.
It's not like that.
Well, you know, it's like Gundam and Nekomaru said. That's what it means to live, right? She's certainly something else. But seriously, I'm starving.
Hey.
Then let's go back for now and eat. And then after we're full, let's sleep as much as we want.
Right?
And then let's do our best again.
Yeah, you're right. With this, the class trial has come to an end, and once again, we return to Jabberwock Island. And the size of our group has definitely diminished. But despite that, even if it was just the rest of us, we did our best to stay upbeat and have fun together. Of course, our optimism was only superficial. But at that moment, we were able to forget about the dark despair looming before us. However, the only thing I was worried about was him. He wasn't there. He suddenly disappeared from our sight. Nagito? Yeah. Yep, I'm definitely lucky. I never expected to obtain so many valuable things from a simple game of Russian roulette. Thanks to that, I was able to learn the identity of our true enemy. And before everyone else, too. But it's just too funny. I mean, no one could tell that I was lying. There's no way the file had just Hajime's information.
Well,
I guess they were too busy with other matters. Or maybe they've reached their limit. Regardless, I was saved. Things would get complicated if they found out. Anyway, I can't forgive this.
damn it.
This should never be forgiven. There's no way I can let this run loose. I'll be the one who stops this once and for all. Even if it costs me my life.
It's obvious.
For the sake of hope, I cannot ignore this.
Monokuma appears!
All right, Monokuma has arrived. Who summoned me?
Now then.
Thanks for coming.
What's this?
Why, it's the lonely little Nagito. Are you all alone tonight too?
What's the matter?
So what's up? Your face looks scary.
I see. So you can tell.
Ah, perhaps you found out who the traitor is?
You know me well.
Wow.
Is what I'd like to say, but unfortunately I haven't learned that yet.
I see. So even you don't know, huh? Looks like the final showdown is gonna take a little more time.
Hello.
So why'd you summon me anyway? Were you finally gonna confess your love?
Hey.
I summoned you because there's something I really need to ask you. It's about the special prize from the final dead room.
Oh yeah? What about it?
There was information about 16 people in the file I received. But isn't that weird?
Say what?
What's weird?
You don't even
Well,
know?
there's a traitor from the Future Foundation hiding. Right? Including that person, the total number of students would be 16, right?
Isn't that right?
But this file contains documents that were created at Hope's Peak Academy, right?
Of course.
That's right. I just reused the stuff that the former headmaster spent a lot of time making.
But
If this file even contains information about the traitor, was that person also a former student of Hope's Peak Academy?
Who knows?
I wonder.
hey,
Could it be? Is this your doing? Did you slip false information into the file? Were you trying to keep us from learning the traitor's identity by obtaining this information?
What's wrong with that? If it's my job to heat things up, it's okay if I do something small like that, right?
well,
That's not my point.
right?
My point is, you already know who the traitor is.
What's wrong with that?
You're getting all riled up.
Well, you're splendidly correct when you say I knew who the traitor was all along. But even though I know who it is, why do you think I ignored it on purpose? It's just like Monami after losing her magic stick. The traitor's existence means absolutely nothing to me.
Their existence means nothing, huh?
No.
Well, that's just how I feel. I'm sure you guys feel somewhat different. After all, that person is the evil Future Foundation lackey who's putting you guys through this awful stuff.
That's not entirely true. I didn't really come here to fight or anything like that. Instead, I came here to offer my cooperation, you know?
Cooperation?
Hey,
Your purpose is to fill everyone on this island with despair, right? That's why you're intentionally letting the traitor do as they please, right?
Yep.
Yep.
If that's the case, I might be able to cooperate somewhat too.
right?
However, in exchange, I want to know who the traitor is.
I see. Interesting. Very interesting.
No.
Obviously, that's a big no-no.
Unbelievable.
I mean, I want to make everyone in your group feel despair. That includes you too.
Well, I knew you would say that.
Besides, I just wouldn't be able to handle the sadness when you inevitably betray me later on.
Just as I thought, you saw right through me.
You're right.
No matter what situation I find myself in, my core way of thinking will never change. In order to create absolute hope that shines brightly, stepladders such as myself and despair exist.
You're right! You're a true believer of hope after all. I must say, that belief reminds me of that person for some reason.
Huh?
Reminds you? I don't know who you're talking about, but if someone as worthless as me reminds you of some other person, they must be extremely unlucky.
Like...
But you're just as unlucky, right? I mean, the fact that you're even involved in something like this.
Well,
Am I? I actually think I'm very lucky.
Say what?
Huh?
you don't know?
Wouldn't you say that coming across this much despair is a rather rare opportunity? I can't rely on anyone on this island. That's why I have to be the one who does it. If I can eliminate despair from this island, I won't be a stepladder anymore. I'll become true hope. I'll become an existence that could even be called ultimate hope.
The two of you are alike. You definitely remind me of him.
Hey,
Hey, there's one more thing I want to ask you.
see?
Who are you waiting for on this island?
Huh?
Looks like I'm right again. You're definitely waiting for someone on this island. Is the person you're waiting for already on this island?
Hey,
Well, answer my question.
That
if that's the case, if that person is already on this island, wouldn't that be exciting?
Very mysterious. How long do we have left, timer? Big scary bomb. What's the deal? 5 days and 11 hours left. Well, I still don't know what that's about. Yeah, it looks like that's the end of chapter 4. Pretty cool case. I'd say playing as Nagito was very cool. Now seeing all this stuff and getting an inside view on his thing. I'm gonna miss Gundam. I think Gundam was probably my favorite character, to be perfectly honest. He's just so good. Got the Hellhound earring. Of course we did. Of course that's his thing. Yeah, so that's it for today. Thank you everyone for watching. This was a lot of fun. The best case of the trilogy. Well, I will be excited to see it. It's getting the last time, you know, in this case I was able to at least sort of rationalize a thing, like maybe Gundam had certain thoughts and, you know, it made kind of sense, but we're getting to the end of people who it makes sense to kill each other, like for any reason. Like Sonya maybe is the last person who I'm like, yeah, you'd kill somebody. Maybe Nagito if they're gonna try and pull like a bait and switch on us, but I don't know. But like Akane is not gonna kill somebody. Obviously I can't. Who else do we have? We have Fuyuhiko. Fuyuhiko's not gonna do it. He's not gonna waste his second lease on life. That's stupid. So let's see. Nagito. No, but maybe. Sonya, maybe. Me, Chiaki, Fuyuhiko, Akane, and Soda, maybe? Maybe? I guess see, this is why I mentioned at the beginning, I only have cursory knowledge of this stuff. I thought Soda died, but I must have been mixing him up with another character. Because I only have, like, vague exposure to Danganronpa. So it's been kind of fun, like, seeing what I was right about and what I wasn't. So maybe Kazuichi kills somebody and then dies? Or maybe someone kills him, like maybe Nagito kills him? Or he kills Nagito? I know, I'm not wrong yet. Well, I thought he would be dead by now. But like I said, I don't know. I don't know, like... In my mind, after like seeing the posts, I figured that he died earlier on, if he even does die. So yeah, we're getting to the real interesting stuff. We're out of like people who would obviously kill you for crossing them on the street the wrong way, for bumping into them in a crowded subway. Like we're all of the maniacs are pretty much gone. And we're down to our, like, people who are actually trying to be good. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen next. I'm very excited to figure out. And I'm very excited to take you all on this journey with me. So thank you for watching. I'm going to be back tomorrow with Final Fantasy VII Remake. For more intergrade. I don't know who's the imposter. Could it even be me? Could it even be could I be the imposter, but I don't know? It might be, yeah, I don't know. I don't know who the imposter is. I don't know who the imposter among us. It's hard to tell. Maybe it's Nagito and he doesn't know. And now we have this person that Monokuma's waiting for? Maybe it's Chiaki. Maybe Chiaki's the imposter, but she's trying to help us because she's like, oh no, bad. Or maybe she doesn't remember and she's using her imposter skills as an agent of the Future Foundation, even though she forgot to try and figure out what's going on. Or maybe it's Kazuichi. Maybe it's Sonya. I don't know. At this point, everyone has like equal amounts of motivation except for Akane, who's a big dumb idiot. Which might make her the like, oh, I tricked you. But she's had too much characterization up to this point for me to think it's her. So I'm leaning towards maybe Sonya being the imposter, or her being the next killer or something, because she has a relatively little amount of characterization. Everyone else has had like moments where they've done something or like affected the outcome of things in some way. Sonya hasn't had that yet. So I think it's due time for Sonya to get something, but I don't know what it's going to be. Maybe she's the imposter. But like Kazuichi has helped us on multiple cases and affected the outcome of things. Chiaki is figuring out what the hell is going on. Nagito obviously is Nagito. You know, Akane has had so much characterization up to this point. Like, she's the only person who needs a little more rounding out. So I think she's going to get a little more rounding out by being involved with something. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm saying that she's going to have something happen to her. Yeah, I don't even know who's going to die next. It's hard to tell because we're down. I think we only ever got down to 6 characters before, didn't we? I thought we only ever got down to 6 people left. Or maybe it was 5. Maybe it was 5. No, because it was like 6 or 7 and then you don't die. But yeah, we're getting to the lowest amount of people we can have. But yeah, it's exciting. Like I said, we're coming to the end and all this stuff is... Was it 6? Okay. I can't remember these things. It's all gone from me. All I remember is that you're there at the end. And then there's Donut Girl and Bro Man, who is Kaiji Tang. Detective Girl, and there was one other. Obviously Junko is alive. And there's another one in there that I'm forgetting, but oh yeah, obviously Byakuya. So yeah, 6. So yeah, we're down to the wire on number of people who can feasibly survive a Danganronpa game. So I will I'll see you all tomorrow for more Intergrade. We're fast approaching the end of this and I'm very excited to see what's going on. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. I love you.